Welcome to our continuing rolling news coverage here on TRT World, joining you live now from London, where we know the leaders of the US, Turkey, Qatar and Egypt have signed that peace agreement at the Gaza Peace Summit. So much, of course, to digest on this historic day where they've called it Peace in the Middle East. And to recount what has happened, our top story today, US President Donald Trump has declaring an end to the war in Gaza, a historic new dawn in the region. He also said the second phase of negotiations towards a lasting peace has begun. John, we saw Donald Trump taking the floor as we've seen him do so much. He is a man who likes to talk, but here at this peace summit, it seemed that everyone there believed that he deserved this moment.
I think that's right, and not just at that summit. I think around the world at the moment there has been this sense that only Donald Trump could have pulled this off.
We don't know so much yet about the details of this 20-point plan. There's lots still to hash out. But when Trump spoke at the Knesset, there was this understanding, at least by him and of his administration, that the Palestinian voice has to be heard in all of this, that they need to have some sort of future. How was that received? Let me pick up on what you were talking about there, about all of this being unprecedented, that the politics of power, at least for the Middle East, seem to be shifting. The sands seem to be shifting. One thing that was quite stark, you didn't really see a role or a voice or a prominent role in Sharm el-Sheikh, especially today, of Europe or of the UK. And in fact, you were mentioning there the Pakistani Prime Minister and the role that countries like Pakistan, you know, South Asian countries or the Middle East, these countries that Donald Trump is now looking to can play. The Pakistani Prime Minister was even given the floor by Donald Trump. Well, aid trucks are finally entering Gaza, bringing food, medicine and shelter into the Strip after months of a suffocating blockade. You know, as I was saying to the previous guest, Hamza, you know, a lot of today's political action is taking place far away, at least, from the Gaza Strip. But when world leaders like Donald Trump call it a momentous day, a momentous moment, is that sentiment at least in some way shared by the Palestinians living in Gaza, that perhaps something will now fundamentally change, that they perhaps have a future?
Hope has kept them alive throughout this war, and they hope also that their lives will improve and they will have some closure after all of this.
Well, that's the news from now and the news from London. Thank you for being with us tonight. Roundtable is up next.